labeling is expensive, and also deploying models is expensive. But what if I told you that you can use something called weak supervision to alleviate the pain of both expensive labeling and model deployment? Besides traditional manual labeling, there are many other sources to get cheap labels for our data. Like labeling functions, in which we incorporate our domain knowledge as code. With active learning, we can leverage a machine learning model during the labeling process, or we can use pre-trained models like GPT or BERT to obtain cheap labels using zero-shot. And we can refine these heuristics until they are very accurate. Then we can either combine our labels into a single weakly supervised label and build a model out of that, or we can continue using our refined label sources directly in a production environment. Now let's take a look at how to use weak supervision in a project. Here I am in Refinery with a project containing news articles. The project already contains some heuristics as well to quickly and effectively get labels. We already have some simple but really powerful labeling functions, an active learner, as well as a pre-trained transformer model for zero-shot. To combine all these sources into one label, we can hit this button up here to start the weak supervision. On the settings page, we can check if our project is then usable via the Gates API. If it is not, you will see a refresh button here, which you can click, and Refinery will automatically set up everything for you. You can then go to Gates and check out the project there. Here you can start the inference container and select which heuristics you would like to use from Refinery. In this case, I'm going to use an active learner, which contains a powerful machine learning model trained on my labels, as well as some labeling functions. Once this is started, you could directly access this in our workflow tool. You can also directly test the API with some examples right here. To use Gates in a Python environment, we need to use an API token, which you can directly create in Refinery. Let's jump into a Jupyter notebook where I have some fresh news headlines. Using the request library, I can send the data to Gates and get the weakly supervised label as well as the individual heuristic results as a response. Instead of tediously deploying a model, I can simply use this in my production environment. In Gates, I can also keep a close eye on the results and improve or enrich my project whenever I notice that the results are getting worse. Weak supervision is super powerful and it takes away a lot of the stress of labeling and deploying models. If you liked this video, then please leave a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, then feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Cheers!